quickly I came off the runner's high of completing the Surf City Marathon 2 weeks prior with a 3:55 finish. It's February 17th, 4 weeks away from LA Marathon. I'm supposed to do an 8-miler today, but my back is seizing up on me. It wasn't anything too crazy of a workout today that was planned. It was just an easy 8-miler, something that I could do normally, but every time I take off, I try to run, my back and my hips start seizing on me. Uh-oh, not a good sign being so close to the marathon, and I hope this back pain would go away quickly on its own. It's February 19th, so 4 weeks away from the LA Marathon. My back is starting to feel a little better, so I'm gonna go for a little run here in Santa Barbara because I'm here for the weekend. Nope, it's not happening. Every time I try to run or put a little pressure on my back, I get this sharp pain, so I'm gonna try to speed walk it. I'll probably end up cramping at some point later in this walk, but at least I'm getting some cardio in. This is the last shot before I tripped over uneven pavement and unleashed a flurry of pain in my back. I will spare you an hour of ugly crying that ensued. This here is my back pain regimen. So over here we have a heating pack because my body responds better to heat than cold. We have BioFreeze patch, Salonpas, and ibuprofen for anti-inflammatory properties, and acetaminophen for pain. Then, while recovering from my back injury, I had to deal with the wettest weather that LA had gotten in years. Talk about a fall hazard. It's just as well that there's these sand dunes on the strand. It's March 3rd, so a little over 2 weeks before the LA Marathon, and this is my only long run for this training block. Going to complete 14 miles. My back is feeling much better, so I'm hoping to be able to complete this workout with very little pain. At least all that rain made for beautiful snow caps on the mountain. I had at least 3 long runs for Chicago, CIM, and Surf City marathons, so the pressure was on this one to make it count 3 times as much. It was hard to keep up the paces, but it got done. I would have liked to have had more long runs and speed sessions, but the back injury set me back. I had 2 weeks of solid training for the marathon, and even that was a bit of a stretch to say. Good session. Did my 20-minute shakeout run, got in my 4 sets of strides. Feels good to have my legs turn over. We'll see how things go. I'm not quite confident about this race because I had that back injury a couple of weeks ago and then that left calf strain. So it really is wearing down on me mentally. Got my coffee, and it actually has 26 grams of carbs, so it's part of my carbo loading program that I'm starting right now, and I'm gonna head off to the LA Marathon Expo now. This was my 4th marathon in 6 months and my first race expo outdoors. LA marathoners will appreciate that the expo is held at Dodger Stadium, where the race begins. Think of it as a preview of the course. There we go, my LA Loyal bib. I'm in Corral C this year. I like the color this year. And it's a family reunion at the LA Marathon. Here's a map of the course. It starts at Dodger Stadium, goes through downtown LA, Echo Park, Silver Lake, Hollywood, West Hollywood, Beverly Hills, Century City, Westwood, Brentwood, and back to Century City. Woo! A tour of LA indeed. Okay, I'm done taking selfies for the day with my bib. Time to check out the stands, maybe get some freebies. Good thing our gear check bags were big enough to accommodate all the free samples. Oh yes, I love waffles. And they have sprinkles. And that's it, the 2023 LA Marathon Expo. I'm about to leave. Got a lot of freebies, a lot of swag. I did some carbo loading because I kept eating all the free samples. Good morning. It is 4:33 a.m. and it's March 19th. It's LA Marathon Day and I'm here at the Century City parking lot. All right, so going to grab my stuff and we're going to head out to catch the shuttles to Dodger Stadium. Just a reminder of where I park because there were like 4 parking garages near the mall that we could have prepaid for, and I know my post-marathon brain was going to forget. It was still a bit of a walk out of the parking garage and to the shuttle buses. Got on the bus smoothly and I got on the luxury bus. If I wasn't awake yet, I definitely woke up to the bright lights at Dodger Stadium after a 30-minute shuttle ride. Got here with plenty of time to spare. It's not even 5:30. I'm ahead of schedule for once. My previous LA Marathon Miler blanket was repurposed. I have another 45 minutes before I have to get into my crowd, so I'm just gonna hang out here. Just use this old space blanket as a beach blanket and lay down. And it also gave me an opportunity to change into my racing shoes in comfort. Then it was time to get into my corral before they closed the gates. I know it was lofty, but my A goal was to sub 350. B goal was to make a new PR of sub 354, and C goal was another sub 4-hour finish. Back injury or bust, I had to work hard to toe the start line at the LA Marathon. For a 350 finish, I needed to average 8:46 minutes per mile. The first mile of the course is downhill and I tried to pace myself. I've ran this course before but forgotten how fast the initial miles were. My second mile was at 8:25 and I was alarmed. Unfortunately, I ran the first 4 miles way too quickly. By the time we had to climb the 2 hills after mile 4, I was starting to gas out. The rest of the first half consisted of rolling hills, but I was able to self-correct and was back on the plan at the halfway point at around 154, 155. There was a huge hill after mile 15 that I knew I could bank up some time, which I did hit in 8:05. That triumph was short-lived as I got to mile 17 at Beverly Hills and I could feel myself hitting the wall. I wanted to muster whatever I had left to get through Beverly Hills into Westwood at mile 18. I even bumped into a running friend who tried to cheer me on to keep going. I don't think I'm gonna make it. I'm not even mile 20 and I blew it. I blew it. I'm still trying to smile, but it's alright. I know I'll finish. It won't be a good time, but whatever. Nothing is more disheartening than hitting the wall and seeing runners pass you on the course. I was disappointed in myself. My old mistake of running too quickly in the beginning came back to haunt me. Yep, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna drink this Coke. It's not a good day today, so oh well. Okay, we're at the turnaround. Still about 4 miles to the finish. So I will finish. It just won't be the time that I wanted, but I'll finish. All right, say bye to the Coke. Bye, Coke. All right, let's go. All right, I'm just gonna pretend this is like a 4-mile easy run. Okay, just gonna get there. All right, I'm so over the time right now. I buckled down and ran the entire last 4.2 miles, even uphill to the finish. Thank you. Thank you. I can't be too frustrated about not meeting any of my goals. Remember, exactly a month ago, that day, I couldn't even walk from my back injury, and I thought I would not even be able to have this view. I hustled there. The last 4 miles, I actually didn't walk it. I somehow found the legs to run it, even though it was kind of slow, but I didn't stop. Maybe it was the Coca-Cola at mile 22. Thanks, volunteer. What happened here? Well, that was pretty symbolic of my performance today. I just said it all. But then again, I found a way to open it up. So I guess it really is symbolic of my performance today. Just have to dig in deep and be creative. I haven't checked out my official time yet, but I already know that it was way past my C goal of a sub 4. But, you know, I was being realistic. I went out too fast. Then by mile 17 or 18, that's when things started to unravel. Exactly. I had blown the race in the first 4 miles by going out too fast. At least I was able to pick it up in the last 4 miles. Had I known that I was this close to a 4-hour mark for my C goal, I would have shortened my walk breaks. I was so determined to get to 350 that I ignored my other goals. I'm most proud that I was able to find my wits around mile 22 and just run. There was no walking, I just ran. Was it a good time? No, but that didn't matter, because as long as I kept moving, I knew I was going to get to the finish line. The hills felt especially bad today. Like, it just felt like Mount Everest today. Yet, I leaned into the downhill. The downhill really helped me. If it wasn't for the downhills, I don't think I would have done, or I would have been able to salvage this race. One fun thing to note was that the post-marathon treats were especially good. This is how we're going to do it. I'm going to take that and put it in my makeshift Gucci bag. Finally, after walking around the block, I found the massage area. However, the clouds could no longer hold up and it started to rain during the post-marathon party. I didn't stay long and wanted to head back to my car. And now the challenge, remembering where I parked in this parking lot under the mall. Because yes, the marathon ends literally in front of the mall. Turns out I had gone to the wrong parking garage and had to walk through the Westfield Century City Mall to get to the right one. So much for recording my parking spot earlier. Well, I did need a new laptop, so what do you think? Should I go to the Apple Store right now? Maybe I shouldn't trust making any major purchases with a post-marathon brain. I can't even remember where I parked. Yay, I found the right parking lot. This is where I parked. Not sure which was harder, finding my car or running the marathon. It's pretty 50-50. Four marathons in 6 months meant I needed major recovery time. My finish time for the 2022 Chicago Marathon in October was 4:12. My time at CIM in December was 4:06. I peaked at Surf City 6 weeks prior with a 3:55. LA Marathon's finish time was a 4:05. But I don't see it too much as a setback, all things considered. I easily could have finished between 4:10, 4:20 if I had walked the rest of the LA Marathon course, but I didn't. I know I still have a long journey physically and mentally to a Boston qualifier of a sub 3:40, but that road is not linear. It's more like rolling hills like the CIM course. Most of all, I need to trust in my training and not go out too fast. In the meantime, I will be focusing on shorter distances to build up speed and a stronger aerobic base. There are still a lot of lessons I need to learn as a runner. And this is why they say don't put a banana in your gear check bag, because they don't travel well, and I guess I found out the hard way.